we're seeing a big increase in air temperatures and the ability of the atmosphere to draw moisture from the land. As climate change is increasing year after year, month after month, that warming in the atmosphere is drawing more moisture from the land, decreasing vegetation, making it harder to grow crops, desiccating the land.
The severe lack of rains and sandstorms has made it nearly impossible for farmers to grow their own food, leaving at least 1.31 million people severely food insecure.
People have resorted to eating locusts or wild leaves, and aid agency workers have been left stunned by the levels of malnutrition amongst children.
Hundreds of kids in small rooms, and there was an overwhelming silence. So these kids, they did not have the energy, not even to talk or to cry as, normally nourished kids would do.
In Madagascar, over 1 million people face starvation due to a climate crisis they did nothing to create. The country has endured 4 consecutive years of severe, prolonged drought. This famine is not caused by war or conflict. This famine is a direct result of climate change. As World Food Program Director David Beasley says, this is an area of the world that has contributed nothing to climate change. But now, Madagascar is paying the highest price. The United States, a single country with just 4% of the world's people, produced 26% of the CO2 driving global warming. To date, the 55 countries of Africa, home to 17% of the world's people, have produced less than 3% of the world's CO2 emissions. Of over 200 countries, only 9, all of them in Africa, have emissions lower than Madagascar. An American emits more CO2 on average in 4 days than a person in Madagascar does in a year. The investment needed to end the famine in Madagascar and help these communities heal, adapt, and develop resilience is less than America spends in 1 day on its military.
And we were literally watching children dying before our very own eyes. And the answer is not short-term solution here, while we need a short-term emergency reaction and response. But Becky, we got to do resilience programs and water harvesting. These people can thrive and survive if we give them the support they need. And they're not getting the support they need. And the international community has a moral obligation to step up and help these innocent victims of climate change as we speak.
Over 300 scientists, academics, directors of NGOs, doctors, engineers, software and technology professionals, school teachers, students, and climate justice advocates are calling on President Biden to fully fund relief, adaptation, and resilience for Madagascar now. Here's a sample. Please join them by going to the link at the bottom of the screen, tinyurl.com/letter to Biden today. Hi, this is Paul Shasma. I'm the founder of Climate Justice for Africa. I want to now talk a little bit about what we know about conditions on the ground as of today. So the latest detailed assessment we have is from UNICEF. It was released on July 26th. And this is what we know. As things stand, with the current levels of assistance, we're looking at 500,000 children younger than 5 years of age who are acutely malnourished. And of those, 110,000 in such severe condition that their future growth and development is irreversibly damaged. It's unthinkable that we would choose that future when the investment needed to prevent it, to end the suffering, to ensure that not one more child dies or is robbed of the possibility of realizing their full human potential, when the investment needed to heal and recover and adapt and grow resilient is, by American standards, trivial. So I am urging you, if you haven't already, please add your name to our letter calling on President Biden to provide all the needed resources so that we can begin that healing process. The future can be very bright still, even now, if we are able to reach with our hearts and minds beyond the borders of our sort of parochial experience and respond to the crisis of global warming by seeing it through the eyes of those who are most profoundly affected.
We have to speak out. We've got to help the innocent people in southern Madagascar.